Okay, so you mentioned the contract, and that's something that gains a lot of national attention. How does it change anything? Is that the trick to make sure it doesn't change anything, knowing that you're now you go from one of the lowest paid players on the team to one of the highest paid players in the league?
Yeah, I think just understanding there's a whole process to this whole thing. You can't just come in overnight and expect to be the highest paid guy or the starter right away. Like, there's a process to everything. And so my rookie year coming in and just trying to learn the playbook, compete my butt off, and try to make the team and prove to my teammates that I can be here, and having that kind of mentality every single day. And then making the team, and then when I got an opportunity week 13, make the most of your opportunity. So like, there's been this whole process, and it hasn't been about shortcuts and how do I get there. It's just being where your feet are at, taking it one step at a time, and then you look back and like, here we are. So
not just here, but nationally, people love to talk about you, and that's the critiques, the compliments, the wide range of opinions. Do you pay any attention to that, and how do you take that in?
I don't, but I somehow hear things through questions that I'm getting asked in the media, or if a teammate says a funny thing about me online or whatever in the locker room. So we'll joke around about it. But I've said this time and time again. That's just the nature of what comes with this sport. You're playing a professional sport in the NFL. There's going to be people who have an opinion. If they didn't have an opinion, they wouldn't have a job or whatever. And so that's okay. But for me, all that matters, man, is understanding who I am. I come in here every single day ready to work, and I'm willing to lay down my life to win for this organization. And I know that my teammates, the coaches, this organization knows that. As long as we continue to have trust together, that's all that matters.
You played a lot of college football in a college town. I'm sure you were the big man on campus. Everywhere you went, people were watching you. Was that a good primer for what you're experiencing now as not only a locally known guy, but now a nationally known person?
I think so, for sure. I was very fortunate to go to Ames, Iowa, and play for Iowa State, which was a great college town, and it was a true college town where everybody loved their football team, and they knew who the athletes were and the starters and everything. So I think that did sort of help with being under a spotlight, and how do you handle that spotlight and that platform, and are you using it for good or are you not? Just being able to go through that for 4 years helped for this national level, especially a big sports city in San Francisco, and with the fan base, an incredible fan base. But overall, I think that definitely helped prime me for this platform that I have now.
So you're coming off a season that nobody was happy with here, but and even the first part of the offseason, a lot of guys leaving, but you still have so many star players on this roster. So as you open this season, and maybe you guys are considered a little bit under the radar, like what's out there for you guys, and where can you go, and what's your role in ultimately the success of this team?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good challenge for us. We got a lot of new faces and guys that we got in free agency, and it's all about these first couple games of finding out who we really are under the lights with pressure and everything on the line. But like you said, I think we do have a good core group of guys that have been here with Fred, Bosa, George, Juice, McCaffrey. Like, we've got guys that have been here that are going to be able to pick up the slack and push guys and understand and show guys what the standard is here. But more than anything, I think we go out and win and earn every single game. I feel like the years past, there's been some times where we go out and we just know like we're going to dominate. I think this is a great opportunity for us to go in and show who we are as the new era of the 49ers. So.
Brock, well, thank you so much, and have a great season.
Thank you. Go Niners.